Good morning, Western Washington, and happy Saturday. I'm Matthew Fab with Western Washington Weather, and today we're going to take a look at a forecast update for the next few days as we have a pretty stable pattern that's going to continue. As you can see behind me, I got some Christmas lights up. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. That holiday season's now upon us, and as we go into the holiday season, there's a lot more people out and traveling, and that means it is really important to stay tuned with the weather and see what's going on and what impacts we could have. But as you can see in the UW satellite image this morning, it's a pretty calm morning out there. We got some high clouds across parts of the area, some low clouds and fog across parts of western Puget Sound there toward Olympia, Shelton, and out toward the coast, and then over eastern Washington as well. Taking a look at a wider view of things here, you can see high clouds streaming over the area. We got a ridge that's kind of centered offshore here, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. And you can see some areas of low clouds across parts of western Washington, and then all the way down the Willamette Valley in eastern Washington as well, and off the coast too. Taking a look at the overall pattern here, you can see this on the European model. This ridge is currently centered offshore, but as we go over the next couple of days, that's going to amplify right over western Washington. So this is the pattern that if it were summer, this would be a big heat wave producer, but thankfully that's not happening. So as we go through Monday, you can see that ridge peaks there to our north into early Monday and early Tuesday there, and as we go all the way out into the extended forecast here, this is to late this week on Thursday, you can see we don't really have an end in sight to this ridging. And if we go to the extended run here, you can see it is starting to show that we have this ridge decrease by around next Saturday, but then potentially more ridging building into next week, start of next Monday or so. So that's looking pretty far out into the extended forecast, but it shows you the overall pattern that things are going to remain quite dry and stagnant and calm over the next week plus. So taking a look at the precipitation type forecast, you can see we got potential rain and snow over parts of British Columbia, but pretty much dry across Washington here, and that will continue all the way through Sunday into Monday, through Tuesday, through Wednesday, and all the way to Thursday. We have a dying system that looks to move toward us on Thursday that could bring some showers to parts of the coast and the mountains, but it really doesn't look like it will do anything significant. If we do look out into the extended forecast here, you can see potential for maybe some wetter conditions by Friday and Saturday, but that is pretty up in the air, and we have a lot of uncertainty with that still, so stay tuned for more information on that. So now let's take a look at temperatures here. Temperatures will slowly warm up as that ridge increases to our north here. So today on Saturday, expect highs in the mid-40s, mid to upper 40s on Sunday, and then back to the mid-40s on Monday, as we're going to have a lot of fog across the area that's going to keep those temperatures pretty low. And that is a note to keep in mind here. Back on Thanksgiving Day at my house, we had fog pretty much all day, and the high only reached 40 degrees despite a forecast of 45 to 47. So if you have persistent fog, you can, and this inversion layer, that can really keep the temperatures down. You can see where the inversion is less impactful here across the mountain valleys, where the temperatures increase more than they do in the lowlands. So the inversion basically keeps the cold air trapped near the surface, and we'll kind of see that here as we go back up toward Wednesday there. You can see the warmer conditions in the foothills, cooler in the lowlands, and then as we go to Thursday and Friday, you can see that inversion kind of breaks there, and we really warm up by Friday with highs in the low to mid 50s across the area, which is pretty warm for December, so stay tuned for a little bit more information on that. Taking a look at low temperatures, you can see Sunday morning will likely be in the low 30s from Seattle southward, so maybe some freezing fog in spots, and then mid-30s Seattle north and on the coast. And a similar situation on Monday, but a little bit cooler, and we're going to have some dense fog on Monday morning, so we could have some freezing fog across the area, which could bring some roadway icing impacts. You can see areas along the I-5 corridor from Bellingham all the way down through Chehalis and Centralia toward Kelso will all be near below freezing, especially from Seattle southward through Tacoma and Olympia, and then looking at Chehalis southward there could be in the upper 20s, and then the coast in the low to mid 30s there. So freezing fog can definitely be an impact, so be careful for roadway icing, especially Monday morning. You can see a similar setup on Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning before we start to warm up with those overnight lows by Thursday and Friday there. Friday overnight lows go all the way up to the mid-40s. So freezing fog is a big concern over the next couple of days here. And we're going to take a look at that here on the NAM forecast. We're looking at visibility here as we go through Sunday. On Saturday here, you can see we don't have any fog until that starts to develop late tonight into early Sunday morning. You can see by the time we get to about 8 a.m. Sunday, we have a lot of fog from Seattle southward and then some up toward Everett there with really low visibility, especially across Federal Way, Auburn, Tacoma, Lakewood, Puyallup, Olympia, all the way down towards Centralia, Chehalis there. And a lot of that fog will continue through most of the day. This is 3 p.m. You can see it's still quite foggy. Some spots will clear, some a little bit higher spots, but most areas near the water will remain quite foggy, and then the fog builds in again by Sunday night into early Monday morning. We take a look here at the time of the commute on Monday, about 7 a.m. You can see very low visibility from Vancouver, BC, all the way down through Centralia. So on your Monday morning commute, you're going to really want to watch out for the impacts of that fog, because the NAM here is showing some pretty dense fog on Monday, and you can see that it doesn't really clear all that much into the afternoon. A lot of places will remain quite foggy into Monday evening there. So fog is probably the biggest weather impact we have over the next couple days, and that is going to probably bring some stagnant air as well. So just keep that in mind, folks, when you're out driving and stuff, especially on the commute, with how that fog can impact things. Just want to point this out, my post on Blue Sky here, I got a new DJI drone with Black Friday deals, and so you'll be seeing a lot more aerial photography stuff from me. This is a picture of Mount Rainier with some alpenglow on it last night. So this is a really fun thing for me to continue advancing my pursuits in photography, and yeah, so you'll see some more aerial photography content from me over the next while here. So as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share on YouTube here. You can also join the Western Washington Weather Facebook group. Follow me on Blue Sky. That link is in the description. And also follow me on Twitter or X, whatever you prefer to call it. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all later.